Number 8.
Hi, I'm Joe, and I want to tell you about what the most disturbing music video I've seen. It's by the band Electric Six. It's called Gay Bar. It starts off looking at the White House, and it kind of zooms in on the White House, and then you see Abraham Lincoln's there. It's somebody portraying Abraham Lincoln, but then you notice he's in hot pants. And then he clones him. He gets cloned, I guess, by video magic many times, and he's dancing around. And he's actually kind of built too. He has muscles, so he looks like a buff Abraham Lincoln. I think he's the singer of the band Electric Six. I'm not sure. And then all of a sudden, he's in another part of the White House where they have bicycles set up, and there's many of them still. There's like clones of him, and they're all doing exercises on the stand of the stationary bicycles. And then I believe there's weights and all this, stuff where these Abraham Lincolns are working out. And what else goes on there? There's, of course, the music's all about, it starts out, girl, I want to take you to a gay bar. And he just says that over and over again, like, gay bar, I want to take you to a gay bar. And he says, and we're going to start a nuclear war at the gay bar. And there's Abraham Lincoln saying he's going to start a nuclear war at the gay bar. And it is funny, but it's also disturbing in a really weird way. And I watched it with the music off just to see if it was still disturbing, and it was still disturbing. And I noticed, even with music off, there's a very short scene that's like a joiner from when they switch to another part of the video, which is I think it's a gerbil going through a gerbil tunnel that just goes a weird connotation there when they mention gay bar, and then he says, I want to spend all your money at the gay bar, and there's like this really fancy dog on a chair. I don't know if it's a Pekingese. It's a fancy dog, but it has the hair done all up. I'm not sure what that refers to, but that's not too disturbing. What gets really disturbing is, now I can't forget I forgot how it ends. But I think that's enough they say, yeah, you want to spend, you'll be a superstar at the gay bar, and I don't know, it's just weird to see Abraham Lincoln like that.
But Abraham Lincoln actually got hammered in the ass so much that he died of being hammered in the ass. Thank you. Good night.
Number 8.
So my most disturbing video is Thriller by Michael Jackson, which goes way back, and I'm talking about the official 14-minute version that was directed by John Landis, where Michael kind of lives out his fantasy to be an actor and act in a little short film. So the video starts out with him driving like a convertible from the 1950s, and he's in a leather jacket, and he's got his girlfriend in the car.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how old is Michael's boyfriend?
They pull up to this very secluded spot out in the woods, and they get out, and he tells her that he really loves her and wants her to be his girl. And does she feel the same way about him? And he looks really weird because I think he's trying to be like a greaser in the 50s with his hair all kind of slicked back. It looks like it's covered in Vaseline. It's really weird. And of course she says, yes, I love you, Michael, and he gives her a ring. And then they cut to a scene where the clouds open up and there's a full moon, and he says, I have something to tell you, and he sort of transforms into a werewolf and then starts chasing her through the woods. And all of a sudden he attacks her and throws her on the ground, and he's about to attack her, and then they switch to a movie theater where Michael Jackson, in quote-unquote real life, is sitting with his girlfriend, and she is really frightened of the movie because they're watching people that look just like themselves in the movie, and she leaves and he has to come out and follow her out, and then he's kind of teasing her about being scared, and then of course there's the scene where they walk past the cemetery and all these ghouls come out of the ground, and then that starts the Vincent Price voiceover or whatever, telling the tale, and they suddenly, the two of them get surrounded by ghouls, and then Michael turns into one of them, and then they do these synchronized dances, which were very popular at the time, and they just continue to do the song after that, and then of course it ends with a scene in a house, and it looks like she's going to be attacked by all these zombies, and then it cuts to a scene where Michael is waking her up and she had fallen asleep and it was a dream, and then they're about to leave or whatever, and the very last scene of the movie is, or the video is, Michael turns to the camera and he's got like glowing green eyes, and then the credits come up. I don't know, that's disturbing. It just, I don't know, the whole thing is just kind of creepy.
The costume's awful, the impression is stupid and played out. Everybody and their mother was Michael Jackson 3 years ago when he died.
He died? Wait, he died?
Noah.
Number 8.
It's called Oh Yeah by Bill Withers. The first time I ever saw it, I was working at Blockbuster Video, and the boss I had always insisted that we get high before work. Like, insisted.
You alright? I learned it by watching you.
And we were selling like DirecTV, and like we would watch, what was it? It was like totally 80s or something, like on VH1 classic, like all day. And watch these like funny videos, and that one came on and nobody else was around, and I had just gotten high outside and I was watching it and I was like, this is really weird. So it starts with these people they walk into a house and there's like a dinner going on, and it's these two preteen kids, like the boy, like he's like handing her a present, but he's like standing, like it's really awkward. Then they go in, they're eating dinner, and the boy's like spilling food on him, and the girl's laughing, and then Bill Withers appears, and he's like singing and talking to the people, and then he's pointing at like the kids talking, and the guy's like, oh yeah. It's like these preteen kids or whatever. Then suddenly it's these like teenage kids, and this guy's like driving this girl around. He's like trying to make out with her, and she like turns away, and then in the lyrics it's like, sometimes the answer is no, but it's really yes. And so then the girl like falls asleep on the guy's oh no, I'm doing it out of order.
Kirkland, you are out of order! You're out of order! You're out of order! The whole trial is out of order!
So then all of a sudden they're standing in a dark park, like embracing, and then here comes Bill Withers as a policeman, but he's singing the lyrics to the song, and he like shoos them away or whatever, and then he's singing to the camera, and he like finishes the line. It's like, okay. Then they're in the car, and the guy's driving, and the girl falls asleep on his shoulder, and she starts fantasizing about their wedding day, and lo and behold, who's at the wedding? The preteen kids from the beginning, and Bill Withers, and he's staring at the preteen kids, and the rice just keeps coming and hitting him, and he's looking at them, smiling at each other, and this is all happening in this teenager's mind, this fantasy, which is interesting to bring like these kids that are in the beginning of the video into her fantasy. So that's a whole other thing. But then, let's see, where does it go from there? Then I think they're at the park. Oh no, the guy's trying to ride a bike with the girl on the back. This guy can drive a car, but he sure can't ride a bike. He's like falling over. And then you see the preteen kids are in the same park as these kids, throwing a frisbee. And the kid falls over and the girl laughs, and while she's laughing, Bill Withers appears behind her, and he's singing the lyrics to the song, and then the camera like holds on him, and it's like awkwardly long, and then he's like singing. Then they go, where does it go from there? I think that's where he like scares an elderly couple. And then after that, there's this other couple that's walking down the street, and then he turns to the camera and he's like, oh yeah. And then it's an awkward freeze frame for like way too long. And that's pretty much it.
Number 8.
Yeah, I don't really find too many videos disturbing, other than maybe Ukulele Apology, and that's because of its high ick factor. But here are two videos that I've shown to friends of mine, and they say they've given them nightmares. The first one is Hot Ride by the Prodigy. This is an amazing video. For about 4 minutes, a group of Japanese children and one teenager run amok in Tokyo, and they beat up a cop, they take hostages, they smash up an office building. It's wholesome fun for the entire family. It's absolutely amazing. Very, very disturbing for some people who watch it. Not me, but it's quite interesting. And on the song, the vocalizations are done by Juliette Lewis, who is a Natural Born Killer. So that has just a little extra element there. When the director of this cut, this isn't an official video for the Prodigy, when the director turned it in, the Prodigy said, no thank you, this is too violent for us. And I'm thinking, yeah, when the folks who did Smack My Bitch Up say it's not right for them, then you know you've made quite an accomplishment. The second video is from Depeche Mode, and it is called Wrong. And the video begins with a guy in a car, and it's moving backwards. And at first you think, oh no, this is going to be one of those hipster videos where it starts at like the end and it moves backwards and it shows us what happens. But no, there's no hipsterism in this at all. After a while, this guy begins to struggle, and you realize that he is tied up in the car and he's down on the seat, and he eventually sits up and he realizes, yes, he is going backwards in a car that is just smacking into things and people. And at one point it hits somebody and you see them roll over the car, and the person who did the last bit of that stunt stuff was Spike Lee, who's directed a lot. Not Spike Lee, Spike Jonze. Spike Lee didn't get hit with a car. Spike Jonze did. He's directed a lot of my favorite music videos. Some smartass actually called this video the greatest video, music video that David Fincher never made, and it is quite Fincher-esque.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
So at one point also, I love the fact that Depeche Mode go walking by and they just look at this situation like, there's not much we can do. So Hot Rod by the Prodigy and Wrong by Depeche Mode. Recommend both of those if you're into a creepy time. And just gonna say, let us know in the comments what your favorite disturbing videos are. Except don't go with Come to Daddy by Aphex Twin, because everybody goes with that one. That's just lazy. We ruled that one out early on. Also, there's no rule that says you have to like and subscribe. We're not the boss of you. If you don't feel like liking and subscribing, don't do either. Okay, thank you very much for watching our wonderful little video. Bye.